Here's what you need to do an oil change on your motorcycle. A socket set, an oil filter wrench or cap wrench, something to catch the old oil like an empty pail or small garbage can. Also some empty 1-gallon milk containers with screw-on lids so you can recycle the oil at your local Kragen. A funnel, some shop rags, and I definitely recommend some gloves, and a new oil filter and oil to refill the engine. Just check your owner's manual to see what kind of filter you need and how much oil you should be putting back in. I'm using the Motul 15W50 for my bike. It's a double ester. It just depends what you prefer. I'm using a K&N air filter. It has the wrench off feature, which helps getting the oil filter on and off. So I'm locating the drain plug, and I'm just going to loosen it, not completely take it off. I'm just going to loosen it enough so that I can unscrew it with my fingers. So I'm placing my empty pail to catch the oil underneath and unscrewing the drain plug with my fingers. Don't let the drain plug drop into the oil so you don't lose it, because you will need it again. The oil is going to take a little while to drain. You're now going to remove the old oil filter with, this is a cap wrench. And then I'm just loosening it so I can pull it off by hand. And make sure that your bucket is underneath, ready to catch the oil and filter. So now the oil is dripping out from both the drain plug and where the old oil filter was. You might want to prop your bike up a little bit and shake it around a little bit to get all the oil. Now I'm going to put my drain plug back in, nice and cleaned off. Sometimes the oil filter might come with a new washer for that also, but I'm just using my old one. And I'm going to screw it back in just with my fingers to place it and then tighten it with my socket wrench. I'm going to put my new oil filter back on, but first I'm going to remove the plastic on it and actually lightly coat the rim of it with the old oil, which helps seal the oil filter. So I'm going to screw it on a little bit with my hand, and then since this has got the wrench on system, I can just use the socket wrench and not the cap wrench to get it back on. Now I'm going to put oil in my bike. I'm using my funnel. I'm going to use about that much oil, so it's down to that level. Every bike's different though. Check your owner's manual. Pour it in slowly and make sure you watch the window until it gets to the fill line. Remove your funnel. Put your cap back on your oil tank. And start up your bike to let the oil run through the engine, because you're not done filling up your bike yet with oil. So as you can see, the oil level went back down again, and now it's going to refill back up after the oil circulated through the engine through the window. So I'm going to add more oil so it goes to the fill line. And my bike is pretty much done. Put the cap back on. And that's how you do an oil change. I want to show you guys this really cool app for the iPhone, and it can be used for your car or your bike. It's called Motobinder. I think it's $1.99. You can put in your bike, and you can put it by name, you can put the model, the VIN number, and actually My last oil change was at 5,277 miles, and it said that I just did it right now at 8277. I'm actually about 100 miles early for doing my oil change. You can put in when you did the oil change. It'll record the date automatically, or if you have any notes to put in, and it'll give you a possible date of when you should have your next oil change and actually alert you when you need to do it.